Hello everyone. I hope you are well and yours are well too. I'm well. And today's question is what percentile to pass CFA level 1? Probably you've seen many videos where people talk about 90th percentile. Even on my channel, you can see that I encourage students to study from me so that they can not only pass, but they can also get 90th percentile. And there are many students who have got 95th percentile, and even one of my students got 99th percentile. So what is this percentile? Or you can pass at what percentile? And what does it mean, percentile? Let's first understand what does percentile mean. So if someone says that I have passed CFA level 1 at 90th percentile, that means that he or she was better than 90% students in this attempt. So because there are many attempts, like in level 1, there are 4 attempts. So if you pass with 90th percentile, that means not only you passed, your performance was better than 90% students. So if there were 10,000 students, and you are at 90th percentile, that means you are better than 9,000 students. Your scores were better than 9,000 students. So you are among the top 10% of the group that appeared in level 1. And if it is 99th percentile, then that means you are better than 99% students. You are among the top 1% students. So that's what percentile means. But how it links to passing or failing? A 90th percentile means pass. Yes. 80th percentile means you are better than 80%. But are you a pass? Yes. 70th percentile means what? You are better than 70% students. But are you a pass? Probably yes. 60th percentile. What does that mean? You are better than 60% students. But are you a pass? Probably. Not sure, but probably. Why? Because for that, we need to look at the pass rate. What is the pass rate? Pass rate means that what percentage from the top have passed. So in the last attempt, May 2024, 46% students from the top passed. So you needed to be in top 46% to pass the exam, which means you would have to be better than 54% students. So if your percentile was 55, you will pass the exam because that means you are better than 55% students. That means you are among top 45, 46% students. So you see, there are two traits. One is the percentile that starts from 0. And if your percentile is 80 or 90, that means you have done better than 80 or 90% students. The other is pass rate. That starts from the top. And if it says pass rate is 46%, then that means from top 46% students have passed. So in order for you to be among those who have passed, you needed to be better than 56%. Now, when student says, I was 90th percentile, then that means he is somewhere here. He is better than 90% students. So if you have now typically pass rate is around 40%. So top 40% pass. So if you want to be among them, but again, it's not like a rule. It has been fluctuating between 35, 40, 45. Let's go with an average 40%. Top 40% should typically pass. I'll talk about it in a moment, but it keeps changing. So top 40% students pass. So you will pass the exam if you have a 60th percentile, which means you are better than, remember, percentile starts from 0. If you have a 60th percentile, then you will fall among top 40% and you're going to pass. If you have a 70th percentile or 80th percentile, then for sure you will pass. If you have a 90th percentile, and that's great. So just make sure you understand these two numbers. Percentile starts from 0. The higher it is, better it is. If you are 90th percentile, you are better than 90% students. Even if you are 80 percentile, you are better than 80% students. Pass rate starts from the top and tells us what percentage from the top of students have passed, typically around 40%. So 40% top students pass the exam. Not always, but just as a rough guide. So top 40% students pass. Okay, if you want to be in top 40%, your percentile should be more than 60 because you need to be better than 60% students to fall among top 40%. So here it goes. So the higher the percentile, more chances are you will be in the top students who have passed the exam. Now, what percentage of students pass? Is it fixed top 40%? No, no. CFA Institute keeps on adjusting it. Like in recent exams, 46% students have passed, top 46%. It fluctuates. It has gone down to sometime top 25%. Yeah. So if you want to have a surety that you're going to pass, try to be in the top 90 percentile. Because if you're in 90th percentile, then that means that you are better than 90% students. That even if CFA should decide to pass the top 10, 15% students, you will still pass. But CFA typically decides to pass 40% or 40, for this time 46% students. And why CFA Institute keeps on changing it? Well, that depends because you remember sometimes there can be a lot of bright students who are appearing. Then though you are in top 40%, but actually it is maybe you would have been in top 20% if you had appeared in a different exam, because depending on the preparation level, the quality of preparation of students, how hardworking students were, you cannot say that being top 10% or being among top 10% in one exam is same as being top 10% in another exam, because the group can be different. Sometimes there are more students from, for example, university in certain attempts because they have time. The way university works, you have more time available in certain months and you do not have time available in other months. So what if you are appearing in an exam in which there are a lot of students who have prepared really well, then it will be not that easy to score 90th percentile, as opposed to another exam in which there are not that many students. So it will be not that difficult to reach the top 90 percentile. So CFA should understand this, and therefore they have not declared anything like this that you, in order to pass, you need to hit 80th percentile or 60th percentile. No. So this percentile thing is just an additional information that tells you that how better you were in this exam, but whether you pass or fail, that there is a separate system for that. CFA Institute decides based on the difficulty of questions and number of factors, that the top 40% will pass, the top 45% will pass, the top 35% will pass. But here is my simple recommendation. Particularly if you are a student, aim for 90th percentile, aim to be better than 90% students. Then for sure you're going to pass, regardless, because typically students that are in top 30, 40% of students, like the group, typically pass the exam. But yes, you do not need to be in 90th percentile to pass the exam. Even if you are at 70th percentile, you have a decent chances of passing the exam. So yeah, just wanted to share this difference between percentile and the pass rate. Okay, guys, take care. See you in the next video. Bye.